This is a Metalhead's Perspective, back with another reaction video. I hope you guys are enjoying my content. If you are, please like and subscribe. Keeps me motivated to do this. The channel's been amazing. You guys have been amazing, and I love each and every one of you. Have a good one, and thank you. Alright, so some of you OG subscribers might remember Logan. I had him on when I introduced him to some Japanese music for the first time. Today we are going to get into some K-pop with him. We're going to do Dreamcatcher, KARD, Rolling Quartz. I don't think he's ever heard of any of these groups before. He might have heard a Dreamcatcher song. He can't remember. And then after this, I'm going to do another video with him. We're going to do a Lisa from Japan, a grunge, however you say it. It's the anime opening for Demon Slayer, so we're also going to do that in a separate video. I've been promising Lisa on the channel for a while, so look out for that one. Bear with us as we struggle through these. Make sure if you see something or you want to say something,
pause. Spacebar to pause.
Spacebar to pause. The first one we're going to do is Dreamcatcher. Mason. I'm not exactly sure how to say this one. Mason. So this came highly requested that I should check out this one. I've been teasing this one for a while, but I knew you were coming on, so we're gonna do Dreamcatcher Mason. Make sure yeah, we're good there. Got it on the highest setting. All right.
Best quality.
Yes, best quality. I know you've watched some videos of K-pop on my channel before, so you kind of know what to expect.
Yeah.
But these groups are a little bit more on the rock side of things.
Oh, okay.
So let's get into it. So what I really like about this group is that you can already tell they do really cool concepts.
Yeah.
And they do a lot of like visual stuff, a lot of CGI, a lot of really cool effects,
and the colors too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is there 7 in this group?
Yes.
I thought I saw 7 of them.
I can. Oh God, you're gonna test my knowledge here. Let's see if I can. If there's a shot where they're all in there, I'll try to.
I think it was right at the beginning. Right, go back.
Freaking no. Or we'll pause it. So this one is one of the main vocalists. Her name is, oh God, Yoon. I can't say her whole name. I think that's right. I have no idea what's going on, so...
4, 5. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 2 more pop out right here. So there's 7.
I ain't even going to try to get their names right. I will get roasted in the comment section.
I just wanted to know if there were 7 in this group, because there was the other
This one right here, I do know her name, Siyeon. Her vocals, it's S-I-Y, like O-U-N-G, or Sion or something like that. Something along those lines. Right. I know her just because anytime I watch anything she's always got like the most powerful vocals lines. I think she's one of the lead vocalists of the group. They're all amazing.
사람들은 다 하고 싶은 대로 해 진심 비운 껍데기뿐인 거 왜 눈질 끈 감어 기다리다가 딱
I think her
봐도
name's
보이지 않는
Dami.
미래 후회할 때는 이미 늦었단 걸 알아 너 변하기만 하면 다쳐 이상하게 덥지 혜성의 법칙 마치 말라가는 네 양심과 똑같이
The thing about it is, when I'm trying to learn the names of these new groups, when you have 20 new groups introduced to you all at the same
Right.
time, and they're like, how come you don't know their names yet? I'm like,
Right.
excuse me, there's 20 groups, 70 girls. Let me just go and
I
name
just
them
gotta
all
like
off
watch
right
all
away.
the videos, just make sure
Yes.
like okay.
I'm working on it. It's harder than it looks. You know, a lot of people will delve into one group and stick with that for a while,
Yeah,
you know,
and then kinda
really
like get to know that group and then switch over to the next group.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's see what this group's all about. You know, try and find the blend
right.
between them all.
For me, I just threw myself in, and it's just
Yeah, I
been
remember I
one new
watched that
group
video.
after
You're just
another.
like, what?
Yeah, one new group after another, and then I've been going back to my favorites, you know, and
Yeah.
watching a few videos from a few groups and stuff. But you know, some watchers just want you to know everything all at once, you know, and I'm like, sorry, it's just not going to happen.
Just give me a bit.
I have over 70 bandmate videos, and it took me the first 20 to figure out all their names, you know.
Right.
Please someone fight for us. Send my home in the ocean. Send my home in the desert. 지켜낸 내 매성. Please someone fight for us.
See, the thing about K-pop is a lot of people think I've read a lot of people think it's a genre. It's like a conglomerate of genres.
Yeah, because like you have like some that just sing, and then the one gal, the third one was like rap. Pretty
Yeah,
much,
like a
kinda.
hip hop vocal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what I liked about the one video is how it's kind of like a blend of all together except for country. It's the only one that's not in there.
Right. I've heard a few songs where they've thrown like the acoustic guitar in and some
Yeah.
jazz elements, and you know, almost have like a rockabilly or reggaeton beat type of
Yeah.
thing. That kind of what's the word, like dabs a little bit into that country
Yeah.
music
the
style.
twang.
Like La Seraphim did a song. I don't know. I know you don't know this group, but they did a song with I can't remember now. He's a old school guitarist here in the U.S. Now it's gonna bug me. Let's see. I just did the video. Like, see, I think YouTube has hurt my memory
Your brain.
more than anything. Just to give you a little context of who I'm talking about. Nile Rodgers.
Oh,
With
okay,
Nile
yeah.
Rodgers.
Yeah.
He's done, you know, stuff for like Duran Duran and things like that. You know, really famous here in the U.S. And his guitar line that he came up with there almost has this southern rock, southern country,
Like that little twang.
reggaeton twang to it.
Yeah.
So, you know, the thing that what's really cool about Korean K-pop music is it's like all encompassing. You never know what you're gonna get, even in a 20-second part.
Right.
You could just change up.
Well, that I like that it's visual. They focus on the visualization with the video too.
Absolutely, and the choreography.
Yeah.
Like these girls, I've watched some documentaries and stuff like that. These girls go through years and years. They start at like very young ages, and they go for years. Sometimes there's girls, and guys in these that haven't debuted in music, and they've been training for 10 years. And it's blood, sweat, and tears to make it in this industry. I just read some stats. It's like 1 out of like every 50 million only get to debut in a group. And then that group has the odds against them of making it big,
Right.
Or you doing well, or you're staying healthy, There's for every group that makes it, there's groups that disband
Oh yeah.
all the time. It's wild. I'm still learning all of that, Most of my knowledge comes from the comment section and my Discord, but
Right.
there's just so much information thrown out, I can't retain it all. Anyways, let's go back a little bit. Some really cool. I just realized we didn't have the lyrics up the whole time.
Oh, good job.
You're probably too busy staring at the visuals anyways.
No, what I also like about K-pop and also J-pop is most of vocals will switch between the languages.
Oh yeah, there's like a lot of these groups can speak multi-language.
Yeah.
I mean, they can go into, a lot of them do their own Japanese releases of their songs. This group in particular does that a lot. They do a lot of Japanese release stuff.
Okay, yeah. That takes a lot too. Because you sing it one language and you go back to sing it in the next one, sing it in this language.
It could be even within the same sentence.
Yeah.
It's wild that they're so talented.
It shows how talented they are.
Yeah, how dedicated. A lot of these girls and guys will come from completely different parts of the world. They can't even speak Korean, and they'll come in and they have to learn the language on the fly while also training on the fly and trying to make it. I can't even imagine. The industry is a rough industry. There's there's enough information out there now, I think, that these parents and these children and these girls and guys know what they're getting themselves into, but it's still, like I said, blood, sweat, and tears.
Oh yeah.
I've watched some videos that are stage accidents and stuff like that within J-pop and K-pop, and these groups, they'll fall off the stage or they'll collapse, and the girls, just because of the pressure they're under from management and labels and stuff, they'll just keep going, and while their members are in like dire health,
Right.
And stuff. And I'm just like, that stuff's gotten a lot better. There is still like the mental health issue and stuff like that within any kind of music, but it's unfortunate, we have, that stuff goes on. It's not a perfect world by any means. We're almost finished here. What do you think so far? I know you really like animes, and
Well, I like animes. I've watched. I'm still gotta catch up on quite a few of them. But to me, when I watch videos, I like visualizations. Like if I'm listening, I want something to, or if I'm busy,
right?
Even like if I'm going for a car ride, like out to Mom's house, it's just there's really nothing to see. It's just all scenery. So for me, it's easy for me to just jam out, listen to music.
I think for me, I have like an ADD thing too. So when there's a lot going on the screen,
it
keeps me captivated.
That's me. I have ADHD. So it's like squirrel, squirrel, squirrel.
And I think that's why I like Dreamcatcher so much, because their videos are insane. They've been around. I think they just celebrated like 7 years or something like that, and they've just won twice with their latest release on some shows, some award shows.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So this comeback is huge for them. They've been doing really well, but they've never been like a huge top 5
Like
group.
Backstreet
They've
Boys
all,
and,
even in K-pop, there's been some dominant groups over the years, and they've always been right there, right
on that line. Just
they have some really dedicated fans. I think they're called Insomnias or Insomniacs.
Yeah.
So it's a group that has stood the test of time and always puts out great music, and they have great vocals and stuff, but they've never really, with all the music they have, they've always kind of just skirted the line of like being award winning to, and it's cool to see their success they're getting right now. All right, let's finish this one out.
And I know the other thing I like too is when it comes to the K-pop groups that I've noticed too is the songs aren't just dedicated for like the main vocals. Every single person has like their own, like, hey,
Time to shine.
Yeah, time to shine, and that's what I like. Is it shows a really good group effort.
Yeah.
Into their videos.
Absolutely.
the jungle, send my home in the polar. 지켜낸 나의 매속. Please someone fight for us. Send my home in the ocean, send my home in the desert. 지켜낸 나의 매속. Please someone fight for us. 지나쳐버린 순간.
This stuff's just cool to me.
모른 척하는 너도 다 사라지는 Send my home in the jungle, send my home in the polar. Send my home in the ocean, send my home in the desert. Please someone fight for us.
Okay, I'll sign up.
This is kind of like a middle ground song for them. I've heard some songs that are way heavier, and then I've also heard some more ballady type songs from them. So this is a very diverse group. Something you'd go back and listen to?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The next one, this is a new group to me as well.
Okay.
I've never heard KARD.
So we're supposed to.
This is actually a first for me as well, because they got boys and girls in this group.
Oh, it's a mix. Okay.
Yeah.
I've seen J-pop, so I've seen K-pop. I haven't seen a mix. So
right, neither have I.
This would be cool.
I have no idea what to expect. So.
Me neither.
I'ma get down. 황홀한 이 순간 널 가진 다음 Make it say oh my god 홀린 듯이 널 쳐다봐야.
So it's 2 girls and 2 guys. So far it sounds good.
My body speaking my mind When I get down 숨도 못 쉬겠지 엄마 바리바리 짧은 그 순간이 아쉬워 넌 나를 찾아와.
So she must do the clean vocals.
Yep.
And she might be doing like more of the hip hop element.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's she hits the lower ones.
She definitely has a lower register.
So I think, and that's what kind of makes them a good duo is one can go the high and mid.
Right.
So they can blend with each other pretty good.
And then who knows what these 2 are gonna do.
I know what you like I get you come closer tonight Right under the sheets When it's you and me now we on the floor Oh my god, icky, icky, icky I
Keep forgetting the lyrics.
갈수록 걸리는 걸 끝이 다가올수록 Know what I mean Mind you and the
고립 is a vixen 지금 베일에다 가린 듯한 mystic.
Do you wanna read between the lines?
네가 집업 his ping I get the blue chip the first one's bucket. This romantic kind of pill보다 하체 하게 끌어내 gasping that's my proud.
See, right within that just little bit there, he switched from English
Yeah.
right into Korean within the same
Yeah.
almost word there.
I get the blue chip the first one's bucket. This romantic kind of pill보다 하체 하게 끌어내 gasping that's my proud.
It's seamless.
like
Body to body 짧은 그 순간이 아쉬워 넌 나를 찾아와 I know what you like I get you composer tonight Right under the sheets When it's you and me now we on the floor I'ma get it, get it, get it, get it
Interesting lyrics.
I'ma get it, get it, get it, get it
Sometimes within, I'll listen to a song 3 or 4 times and I still won't get it. I'm
Right.
like, what? There's something I'm missing here,
Right.
and it takes the comments section or my
kick out
Discord
what
or
they're
something,
singing about or
and then
something.
they're like, there's a whole concept and theme behind it, and I'm like on part 3 and I missed part 1 and 2 and stuff
Right.
like that. I'm like, now will you tell me?
Right.
서로 걸리는 걸 끝이 다가올수록 Know what I mean Get it, get it, get it Mind you and
It's about to get risky, hands getting frisky.
I was waiting
Threw
for
it back,
him.
caught it like frisbee. Pheromones are fusing all over. Situation might get sticky, icky, icky. Got you excited, says she want more than a tip. I ain't talking about guidance, darling. Mommy is wildin', body terrorizing, give you what you been desiring. Ooh.
get I'ma get I'ma get 갈수록 걸리는 걸 끝이 다가올수록 Know what I mean Mind you and I
Trying to understand what this is about. Do you know? Do you know?
No.
I'm gonna have to go back and it's one of those songs where it's like a 2 or 3 listen
Yeah.
type song.
I'm guessing. Yeah. You know, I'm not even.
Sometimes I don't even want to make a guess because the
Right.
comment section will just eat
just
you
roast you.
alive.
Like, you're way off on that
Exactly.
끝이 다가올수록 Know what I mean Mind you and
That part reminds me kind of like of a Middle Eastern vibe for some reason.
gas. Yeah.
I don't know if that's what they were going for, but that's definitely what it
I need
felt like.
I need your audience section to okay. Not the chick with the red hair, the other gal. I swear, I seen her in a movie.
I know some. I know.
I know. Well, I know a lot of the J-pop group that I came across. They do quite a few movies, and they sing.
Right.
the
I know
songs
there's some
for-
crossover within groups and stuff. Some do acting and stuff,
Yeah.
but I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, so I want to know if she's one of those that does the singing and the acting, because she looked really familiar, and I was like,
Like
I know what movie she was. I swear she was in a movie, and
you're aware of Blackpink.
Mhm.
There's a girl. Her name is Jisoo, in there.
okay,
She's a long-haired brunette girl. I think she's the oldest in the group. But I knew her from a K-drama called Snowdrop.
oh okay, yeah, yeah.
Before I ever knew she was a Blackpink member, people were like, "You're dumb,"
That's probably what.
and
they
it was
did.
like I was never dwelled into that kind of
Right.
music, and I never paid attention to it. I started watching K-dramas from Netflix long before I ever watched K-pop.
right.
And I watched Snowdrop, and I loved it, and I fell in love with Jisoo from that. And then I got into it, and this part of my channel came about, K-pop,
Yeah.
and then it was like Jisoo's in Blackpink, and I'm like, my mind was blown.
Right.
Yeah, I followed. There's a girl named Chaeyoung from Twice. I followed on Instagram, a page on Instagram that posted a lot of her photos, and I was like, oh, this is one of the most beautiful girls on earth, and
Right.
I had no idea she was a member of one of the most successful K-pop girl groups ever.
Right.
And it blew my mind when I found that out as well. So it's like I always felt like it was kind of destined or meant to be that my channel transitioned into this kind of music.
Yeah.
And I'm almost ashamed it took me this long and stuff like that, because for years and years and years of my background, it was metal music.
Yeah.
Metal.
And then there's me. That's why, you got along so great, because I listen to everything except for opera.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. I don't listen to opera, but when I used to do mixed martial arts training, I would listen to Beethoven or Mozart just to kind of just keep me in the cool.
Right.
Now I've, my music genre just, switched to where now I, just listen to, God, there's a page on YouTube, Electronic Gems, and it's just music. There's no lyrics, and I just listen to, one of them reminds me of, an 80s movies, and I'm like, oh yeah, I listen to it all the time.
Right,
That's
right.
when I'm like, yeah.
I kind of all started from my dad, actually, delving into this kind of music. My dad was like, check out this group named Bandmate, check out this group named Bandmate, over and over and over. For 3 weeks, he was hounding me to watch it, and I was just like, no, I'm not going to watch no Japanese,
Right.
It was a very ignorant way of thinking. And I swear, the first time I heard that music and I created this channel, something just clicked, and my whole music,
It opened up.
the way I feel about music just completely went on its head. And I just was like,
because then it opens you up, because then you're like, oh, okay.
yeah. And it sometimes often just takes to sit somebody down and say, listen to this, check this out, and you're like, oh wow, this is actually really cool,
Yeah.
But when you have this image in your head, or this ignorance, or
You stick
it's
to,
almost like a pride thing,
Yeah.
It's like metal music for me.
Yeah.
Slipknot or nothing.
Yeah, right? First, nah, I don't listen to nobody else but this.
Yeah.
To me, and I've always been open-minded. I like listening to everything.
Yeah,
I'm
well
always...
aware.
My thing is, I always go for beats. Beats and rhythm is my thing. I've always... I could care less what the lyrics say. If it's got catchy lyrics, I'll end
Some
up
of the most
learning the song
embarrassing
a certain-
times is driving down 10th with you
Playing
listening
Aqua's
to
Barbie
Aqua
Girl.
Barbie
Locking
Girl.
my windows down, Aqua's Barbie Girl. And me singing. I'll never forget that day we
Yeah.
got the chicks
I'm
were
just
next.
like,
The chicks. It was you and a couple other guys.
I can't remember. Did we go out to Sims that day? Is that the day we went out to Sims with that? You remember your Pontiac was lowered to the...
Yeah, that's when I slammed my Pontiac.
Yeah.
I think so. Or no, that was when we went to Fairfield, I think.
Fairfield. It could
Yeah,
have
it
been
was
Fairfield.
Fairfield.
Yeah.
That's when we got
People
stopped.
aren't going to know what we're talking about.
Right, that's when we got stopped by the girls. And then I locked the windows down and started playing Aqua Barbie Girl. And all three of you guys were like, oh, hell no. And I'm singing along. And the girls were just giggling and laughing. Just thought it was cool.
Right. Yeah, good times.
times.
So KARD.
I like them.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's cool seeing because I'm for me, I've watched a couple of your videos on K-pop, and then I've been really hooked in with a J-pop group because I watched all the whole series of movies and stuff. That's
High Low.
yeah, High and Low.
Yeah, you've been trying to get me to
Yes,
watch that
I'm
for a
gonna
while
make you
now.
watch that. We have to Google it because you have to watch it in order, or else you'll be lost. But I just finished the movie that they just came out with, and I was like, oh yeah, you gotta. And that's the group I've been following, and I kind of was curious because I was like, all right,
The music from that.
Yeah, so I was like, all right, I know quite a few of them are acting in it, and a few of them sing. So I went to check it out, and it's the group was I think it's the Rampage from Exile or something like that, and it's a huge group, and they're all in the movie. And so I was like, okay, and that's
Yeah,
what
I'll
I
get
like
to it
is
eventually.
finding out that hey, we can do the singing, we can do the acting. So it's like, hey, they just saved a huge budget because hey, we're gonna have you guys acting in it. We're also gonna have you guys singing the songs throughout the movie.
Right.
And so it's like a double whammy for those guys. But yeah, I'll have to get you to react to one of their
Absolutely.
songs.
The next group, they're called Rolling Quartz. This is going to be another new first-time listen for me. I know they play instruments.
Okay.
This is more like a Korean rock group than an idol group.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a girl band basically.
Right.
So This will be another new one to me.
Lyrics.
Oh yeah, captions. I always forget the captions. A lot of times, anyways, it doesn't even matter my first time listen because there's so much going on visually that I miss the lyrics anyways.
Yeah. I try and catch.
A lot of people get mad at me for it, you know, if you go back on some of my videos. Why didn't you have the captions on? Well, I'm so involved in the music.
Video that you're kind of like wanting to see, you know, how they're doing the scenes. And
yes, that I often miss the lyrics, you know, and if I like the group, they're going to go on my playlist anyways, and I'm going to go back and listen a million times and get the gist of it.
Yeah.
And you guys are going to yell at me in the comment section and let me know what it's about anyways.
Yeah.
Even if I know what it's about, you're going to let me know what it's about.
Yeah.
So.
Like, no, this is what it's
a double-edged sword.
Mm-hmm.
All right. See, I already love this just based on...
I'm trying to think what is close. It reminds me of...
I can't remember. I got some info on this group that they've done, like... some... Man, I wish I did my homework a little bit, but they've done stuff for, I think... If it wasn't for movies, it was... Maybe it was for movies or something, or video games or something. I can't remember.
They sound like a band that we used to listen to when we were always going to the skate park and stuff.
Who knows?
God,
it's rock and roll.
Now I'm gonna have to go to my old. Now I'm gonna have to go. It
already feels Western.
Now I'm gonna have to go back to my playlist and try and figure out what band they remind me of.
It's like Seosin or something.
Yeah.
Kind of like has that punkish almost feel to it.
Yep.
Green Day, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, cool change up right there.
Yeah. If
anybody watches my channel for any long period of time, they know I love bass players, and the bass is going off right here. There's some really cool bass lines and stuff. I haven't really got to see her yet, but I love bass players. They're so underrated in music. Let me put it over here so you can see. They were just in the United States. They just did a tour here. Rolling Quartz. I know they do a lot of cover music as well too. So we'll have to check out more from them on another video.
I'll have to try and be in a couple more videos of yours.
Yeah, we should do something live here.
We could do it Friday. I have Friday off. Then that way I can show you the J-pop group and you can try and watch all my high and low movies before Friday. If not, I'll introduce you to the group at least anyways, and then you know, okay, because then in the movie you'll know, okay, these guys are from the group.
Yeah, we'll come up with something. Well, they got even slower. It went slow and then got even slower. It went almost ballady here.
Yeah.
I'm missing the lyrics again. Are you?
I'm kind of like watching, and then I'm more like listening.
I'm terrible at it. Yeah.
If anybody was to ask me, what would they sing so far? I'd be like, no. That'd be
수많은 이 모든 것들이 선명하게 내 눈앞에 펼쳐져 두렵고 무거웠던 딴 생각은 모두 뒤로 미룬 채 앞만 보고 뛰어가면 돼 We're just doing 분명해 보내 완전해진 확실히
It looks like they're talking about like perseverance or overcoming maybe depression or overcoming hardship and stuff like that.
느껴 keep on going 그냥 지켜봐 일어나지 못할 건 없어
Okay. Heck yeah. Cool solo stuff here.
Eyes on me, eyes on me, eyes on me, yeah. Eyes on me, eyes on me, eyes on me, yeah. Higher up, higher up, higher up, yeah. Higher up, higher up, higher up, yeah. We just do it. 분명히 보내. 완전해진 확실히 느껴. Keep on going. 그냥 지켜봐. 일어나지 못할 건 없어.
Oh, I was expecting one last little
right. I was waiting
thing
for like that.
Yeah. Talented group here. Band, not group.
Right.
I've been corrected a few times. I've gone, this is a cool band, and they're like, no, it's a group. And I'm like,
Right.
oh, my bad. don't get mad at me.
I like them because it's a really subtle. And you notice that too. K-pop compared to like the certain like your bands like Bandmate and stuff like that. The difference in visualizations. How some will go like extreme, like K-pop. They were wanting to have that scenery changing with the colors and everything else. And then these guys is all about
I would say
background and lighting and stuff like that.
I would say for a K-pop group, choreography, visuals, and singing are the most important
Yeah.
aspects to
And the videos.
To those videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't see that a lot in any other music.
No.
You did kind of, late 90s, early 2000s here, TLC.
Michael Jackson was
Michael
Jackson, Janet Jackson.
Yeah,
And Michael
Jan-
was always Michael Jackson will always be like just genuinely known for
Right. Even hip hop back then was very bright, very visual and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And now it feels like any time you get any kind of music, it's going to be in a field or a warehouse
yeah.
in the
much.
United
Yeah,
States.
all things like COVID.
I don't even know. I don't even know what's in the top 20 in the U.S. right now. I have no
don't
idea.
either. I don't either.
I couldn't tell you.
I don't-
I'm so engrossed in this music.
I listen to that group or that page, and that's about it.
Yeah.
So I don't even listen to like major groups anymore or anything like that. I'm just all over the place. Like,
Yeah, see, I'll discover a new group from K-pop or Japanese,
Yeah.
and then I'll put it on my playlist, and that's what I'm listening to,
Mhm.
or I'll go find out some new stuff from them, or or this,
Right.
that, and the other thing, and I haven't added a new track from probably the Billboard Hot 100 in the
Right.
U.S. and forever.
Right.
I know. I can't even. Yeah, I couldn't even tell you.
Right.
I wouldn't even know.
I'm out of date with it too. Don't worry.
You like them?
I like them.
Yeah, they're really cool. I love that they play instruments. That's
Mhm.
always a big thing for me, coming from my rock and heavy metal and music background and stuff like that. Playing the drums, you know, and so
Right.
that was Rolling Quartz. Friday we'll try to get you back on. We'll do some more stuff.
Yeah. We'll show me a couple more, and then I'll introduce you to the group that I've came to following just from the movie series.
I'm setting up my Twitch account. The thing about doing live music on YouTube is it automatically gets flagged.
Right.
And they won't block the song, but they'll block my stream. They'll just stop my stream.
Oh.
So I'm working on getting my Twitch set up. So once I get Twitch working and stuff like that, we can do all the music reactions we want over there.
Yeah.
And then I can, edit the video and stuff and move it to YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's coordinating my subscribers and my audience to get used to me being on Twitch and stuff. YouTube Live is good for like discussions, quick little snippets.
Yeah. Well, I figured like
video games, stuff like that.
Right.
But you
That's
try to
what
do
we
music, it's
Right.
rough.
Yeah, like we did that one day. The one video we did.
Yeah, and I had warnings popping up the whole time, and I just did.
But it was
Baby
nice.
Monster.
Yeah, because it was nice. What was nice was we could chat with everybody.
Right. Yeah, that
At the
was
same
cool.
time, that was a good part. Was that we can interact, have our discussion, but then have the discussion with the group. So
Right.
we definitely have to.
It was like I just did Baby Monster, and I did it live the other day, and I made it 20 minutes. My stream instantly blocked. Tried to go back and do some more Baby Monster. 20 seconds in, the warning was popping up, and I was scared to get it blocked again. So I just tried to chop through it as much as I can, do a bunch of pauses, and it makes it for an unfun viewer.
Yeah.
When they have to sit here and wait for you to go through all your pausing and stuff like that. I do a lot of pausing anyways because I like to talk about what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
A lot of people
Like
don't
what you
like that
hear, what you
reaction
see.
style. Yeah. A lot of people
But
want
that's-
you to just blow through the video and
And
then do
then-
a little thing at the end and stuff.
See,
And
but
I'll forget what I watched at the beginning of the video.
Right. See, me, I like if I'm gonna do a reaction, that's how I would do it. Okay, pause. Okay, I kind of like that. And keep going through it, and then at the end go, okay, this is what I liked about, and then kind of try to remember where each scene was at. So it's okay, this is where kind of the transition was awesome here, because that's what a reaction is you're watching something and you're reacting to
It's
it.
literally the definition of reaction.
Yeah.
You're going to react to it,
Yeah.
Going like this during a video ain't really telling you what you're seeing,
Ooh, oh.
Yeah, that kind of style of video isn't for me. A lot of people like it. A lot of people don't. A lot of people love that I talk about what I'm
Yeah, it shows that you're interested in it.
engaged in the music.
music, yeah.
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
It's almost 3:40. Probably don't have. We should probably.
Yeah, take off back.
We'll save this one for another time.
we'll save it for Friday.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just come over because then we can go over this and I'll show you the J-pop. We'll just do a recording and then,
Yeah, we'll try to go live.
Well, let the guys, the audience know, hey, what do you guys think about doing another live thing?
It's the ghost. Keep turning on my monitor menu.
No, where I'm at, it literally will ding my door like somebody's stealing something.
Oh.
And so I looked, my counter went from 12, and one day it went full shift for me. I went from 12 to 220, and I'm like, all right.
Because the ghost is dinging
Yeah,
it.
I'm all like, dude, bro, we stop stealing stuff. At least put it back, you know?
That's why I never throw anything up when I'm recording on my third monitor, because that menu button just does what it wants. It just pops up randomly, and I don't want that covering half the video or whatever. See, it's just like, sometimes I'll go 2-3 days, I won't do it, and then sometimes it'll just be like...
It's because I'm here, and it's like, oh, there's somebody there. Somebody's next to me. Well, thank you for having me on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video.
We'll have him back. If you guys want to watch some previous stuff, you'll have to go a little bit. It's been like a year and a half or something. I showed him a lot of music from Japan.
Yeah, it was more of the metal bands. That's when he was introduced to me to the Japanese metal.
And hard rock. Yep.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, thank you, and have a good one, and stay Kpop.